Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today is a October TBR and a book club update, and it's so many things in one. Why wouldn't you want to watch it? When you have so many, it's like a buffet of booktube over here on my channel today. I'm so excited. I have not made a video on this channel in like 2 weeks, and partly it's because like I've been stuck in certain books and I kind of had a reading slump, and I'm like, okay, I need to get back. So I am partly doing this TBR because I just wanted to talk about some October scary books, but I'm also doing this TBR to kind of hold myself accountable. You know, October is my favorite month of the year, hands down. I love October. I love Halloween. I am such a huge Halloween fan. I love to read scary books. I don't read any, like I'm not reading any contemporary romances during the month of Halloween. Okay, that can wait till November. During Halloween season in October, I read all scary books, and I'm so excited for it. So I wanted to get on here and kind of talk about it, and then I could pull the books down and have them over in my kitchen. I also have my audiobooks that I'm going to read written down right here. And then I could have them in my kitchen, and then I would go to them and be like, oh, these are the books that you're reading, right? And then it would remind me and whatever. Now, I tried to be, you know, like, listen, I just have not been doing great on the reading lately. So I was trying to keep it realistic. And these are just kind of like want to read. So this is not so much a TBR as it is a WTR. WTR, want to read? Yes, want WTR. I'm losing my mind. But before I get into that, I want to make some announcements about the book club. So if you don't know, I have a book club. It's called Peter's Book Club. In January, we will be changing the name of the book club, maybe. I'm not sure. We haven't really talked about it recently. But it is a true crime book club, and every month we read a different true crime book. This month for October, because it is Mel. Mel is my co-partner, co-host, dear friend in life. And I'm so thankful for her. It's like, Mel is, like, when you start something and you, like, get these little, like, you know, rewards that you never expected. When I started BookTube, I never thought that I would meet somebody or make a friend like Mel. And I think that one of the things that people that are on BookTube, Bookstagram, whatever, would agree with is that it's just such a fantastic way to make bookish friends, or just to make friends that also like books like you do. You know, so it's just, that has been one of the coolest things ever, is to, you know, become friends with Mel, and I just love her so much. But since it was her birthday this month, it just was her birthday last week, so please wish Mel a happy birthday in her comment section below. If you want to give her a birthday present that's free, she has a Bookstagram. It's listed below. It's called GingerGonzoReads, and you can go follow her Bookstagram, and she does book reviews over there. It's very cool and stuff. So anyway, since it's her birthday month, she picked the book this month, and the book is The Iceman Chronicles, I think it's called, and it's about Richard Gulinski, and it's basically about a mafia hitman. And so yeah, so our live stream for that will be at the end of the month. It's usually the last Sunday of every month, but we moved this month to this. I'm going to explain this, okay? So bear with me. This is the announcement I need to make. So the October live stream will probably be the first week in November, because I'm very busy the last weekend of October because of Halloween and things like that. Now, we were supposed to have, but we will announce that later in the month. We were supposed to have the live stream for our, My Friend Anna, which was a September book, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we are going to have to change that. Now, Mel, who is extremely difficult, no, I'm joking. Mel reached out to me and she said that she was having some weekend visitors, some family, and she was like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the live stream. She's such an important part to the book club that I was like, let's just move it to next week. And she was like, do you mind if we do that? Do you care? And I was like, girl, not at all. Let's just do it. People won't care. We're just going to move it. I want you to be able to be there, you know, because she's such an important part of the book club. So we're going to move the live stream tomorrow to next week. So it will be next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be discussing My Friend Anna. If that inconveniences anybody, you guys, I'm really, really sorry, but it's kind of like we couldn't really do anything else about it. So, yeah, so we'll be doing that live stream next week, and then we'll be reading The Iceman for the book of October. We already have November and December's books planned out. They are very, very good reads. They're reads that a lot of people have recommended to us. They're reads that have gotten, like, great reviews, and I'm very excited about it. So, and then we're going into 2020, and it's, listen, a new year of true crime, and I hear there's a lot of great true crime books coming out in 2020, so we might be reading some of the newer ones over there. Okay, let's get into my TBR, WTR, H2R, I don't know what that means, having to read, CTR, craving to read. Okay, for October. So y'all know I love the Audible, so we're gonna talk about the Audible in a second, but I wanted to go through here and share with you guys the books that I am really hoping, there's 4. Here, I'm gonna put them this way so I can have a thumbnail. I don't know what that is. I am the corniest person when it comes to thumbnails. Okay. First of all, I just bought this book for my trip that I took to San Diego to visit my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and I literally am on page 4. Do you ever do that? Like, I carried this book all around California with me, and I only got to page 4, and that book is Supermarket. It is by Bobby Hall, who I didn't even know when I got this book or until I was reading. I got all the way home, took it to California, brought it all the way back, and then I'm sitting there and I'm reading it when I took it out of my suitcase. And it's Logic, the rapper-singer, Bobby Hall, aka Logic, the Grammy-nominated platinum-selling recording artist, quickly established himself as one of the most original young stars in music. Through a streak of his hit records, Bobby Hall has cemented his status as one of the greatest MCs at work, being hailed for his lyricism, cinematic storytelling, and inspiring message of peace, love, and positivity. His music touches on societal issues that affect us all, including anxiety, depression, and race. Supermarket is his debut novel. Okay, get ready when I read you this synopsis, okay? Flynn is stuck, depressed, recently dumped, and it says, the stunning debut novel from one of the most creative artists of our generation, Bobby Hall, aka Logic. And then Ernest Cline from Ready Player One, he said, Bobby Hall has crafted a mind-bending first novel with prose that is just as fierce and moving as his lyrics. Supermarket is like Naked Lunch meets One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest if they met at Fight Club. I mean, that is like a quote right there, right? Flynn is stuck, depressed, recently dumped, and living at his mom's house. The supermarket was supposed to change all that. An ordinary job and a steady check. Work isn't work when it's saving you from yourself, but things aren't quite as they seem in these aisles. Arriving to work one day to a crime scene, Flynn's world collapses as the secrets of his tortured mind are revealed, and Flynn doesn't want to go looking for answers at the supermarket, because something there seems to be looking for him. A darkly funny psychological thriller, Supermarket is a gripping exploration into madness and creativity. Who knew you could find sex, drugs, and murder all in aisle 9? This book, you guys, is getting fantastic reviews, and I am super excited. I'm super excited. That's being so sorry that you're excited, okay? I'm super excited, or super sorry. You're so sorry that you're excited. I'm super excited. Oh my God. I'm so excited to read this book. Can't you tell? Okay, so, no, I am really bad. Okay, the next book has been a book that has been on my TBR. I mean, it has been on, I can't tell you how many TBRs, from Booktubeathon to Spookathon, year after year, just so many TBRs at this point, and I've never read it, and I'm buying the Audible, and I'm just gonna buy the Audible and read it this month, okay, and listen to it. And that is The Brave and Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, I have to tell you what is so funny about this, okay? Is that I read Crooked Saints like 2 years ago or a year ago, whatever, and I absolutely, is that Crooked Saints? Is that what it's called? Crooked something. Crooked Sister? I don't know. But I love that Maggie Stiefvater book so much. I thought it was so, just the writing was incredible, and I loved, then all of a sudden I was like, I guess I like magical realism. This is what it is. So I know when I read this book, you guys, I know I'm gonna read it and be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed, right? Why have I waited so long to read this book? I already know that's what's gonna happen when I finish this book. So let's get that out of the way. Then I'm gonna try. Now I started reading this. I did this video where it was like, read a chapter from 5 books and then pick the book you're gonna read, and I never finished any of it. So imagine that on my channel. And then I'm gonna read This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. And yeah, I think most of you guys already know what this is about, but Kate Harker wants to be as ruthless as her father. After 5 years in 6 boarding schools, she's finally going home to prove that she can be. August Flynn wants to be human, but he isn't. He's a monster. Aren't we all? One that can steal souls with a song. He's one of the 3 most powerful monsters in a city overrun with them. His own father's secret weapon. Their city is divided, their city is crumbling. Kate and August are the only 2 who see both sides. The only 2 who could do something. But how do you decide to be a hero or a villain when it's hard to tell which is which? So I'm excited about reading that. I started that and I really liked what I read, and then I didn't finish it. I have my bookmark in here, and I was like probably, I don't know, 30 or 50 pages into it. I was like, why didn't I continue to read it? Now the last one, exclusively at Target, as my sticker says here, I bought last year for Spookathon. And I'm not putting my Spookathon TBR on here. That will be separate probably because I'm going to try to read shorter books during that. I may do that Dewey Decimal 24, what is it called? Dewey's 24-hour booktubeathon. I don't know what that thing is called, okay? But I think I might try to do that this year too. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? That 24-hour readathon? What's it called? Dewey, do you know her, Dewey? I don't know her, but apparently she's got a really good booktubeathon or something. I call all the readathons booktubeathon. I know there's booktubeathon, but don't come for me, okay? Listen, it just means I'm stupid. Okay. But I bought this book last year exclusively at Target. I was so excited that I didn't even read it. And that is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. So I really want to find out what happens to them witches. So, oh my God, I have such a pretty bookmark in here. Many people, myself among them, feel better at the mere sight of a book. Jane Smiley, I agree. What was that book by Jane Smiley that I read? 1,000 Acres or something like that? I had to read it in college. Anyway, that is such a pretty bookmark. Oh, Page Habit. They went out of business, didn't they? I was a Page Habit ambassador. That's probably why they went out of business. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. You can see that it has, you know, like Sarah Jessica Parker and Kathy Najimy and what's her face, Bette Midler in the middle there. So I'm really excited about it. Did you hear they're thinking about making a reunion to that book? All right, now let's get into the audiobook. The first audiobook that I am going to read, and y'all, I am so excited, but I am so mad, okay? So that's called McExcited. I'm excited, like at McDonald's, okay? Now let me pull this up on the, what do you call it? On the what you call it? On the Goodreads here. Okay. Now entering Adamsville. Why isn't it not pulling this up? And this is by Francesca Zappia. Now let me tell you why I am really upset about this, okay? Francesca Zappia, who I am one of her biggest fans in the entire world. The book Lives and Her Monsters changed my life. I am so angry because she couldn't wait to have her book signing until I was back in town. No, I'm totally joking, okay? So she had her book signing here in town this week, and I was supposed to go. It was on Tuesday. It was on the day that I was coming back into Indianapolis, and I was so bitter that I couldn't be there. Boo Radley just raised his head up. He's like, bitter? So anyway, I went and got Now Entering Adamsville, Time to Face Your Demons, and I got it from Audible. Here, I will put the cover up right here, and let me read it to you. Oh my God, it's got 3.91 rating already. It just came out this week. Zora Novak has been framed. When someone burns down the home of the school janitor and he dies in the blaze, everyone in Adamsville, Indiana points a finger at Zora. See, she writes books that take place in Indiana, which I love because I live in Indiana. Never mind that Zora has been on the straight and narrow since her father was thrown in jail. With everyone looking for evidence against her, her only choice is to uncover the identity of the real killer. There's one big problem. Zora has no leads. No one does. Adamsville has a history of tragedy, and 30 years ago, a similar string of fires left several townspeople dead. The arsonist was never caught. Now Zora must team up with her cousin Artemis, an annoying self-proclaimed Adamsville historian, to clear her name. But with a popular ghost hunting television show riling up the townspeople, almost no support from her family and friends, and rumors spinning out of control, things aren't looking good. Zora will have to read between the lines of Adamsville's ghost stories before she becomes one herself. Does that not sound absolutely fantastic? I heard it is super fun. I heard it is a really, really fun, scary read. So go check it out. I'm really excited about that. Okay, then my next one that I am going to read, and this comes highly recommended. Hold on a second. I already have this on Audible. I'm only pulling from books that I already have on Audible. And that is Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. Hold on a second. Here, it's pulling up on my phone. Let me screenshot the cover so I can put it up there. All right, Kill Creek. At the end of a dark prairie road, nearly forgotten in the Kansas countryside, lies the Finch House. For years, it has perched empty, abandoned. Somebody just yesterday recommended this book to me in one of my comments. At the end of the dark prairie road, nearly forgotten in the Kansas countryside, lies the Finch House. For years, it has perched empty, abandoned, and overgrown, but soon the door will be opened for the first time in many decades. But something waits, lurking in the shadows, anxious to meet its new guests. When best-selling horror author Sam McGarver is invited to spend Halloween night in one of the country's most infamous haunted houses, he reluctantly agrees. I didn't even know this took place on Halloween. Aren't I smart? Not really. At least he won't be alone. Joining him are 3 other masters of the macabre, writers who have helped shape modern horror. But this is why I don't read books. But what begins as simple publicity stunt soon becomes a fight for survival. The entity they have awakened will follow them, torment them, threatening to make them part of the bloody legacy of Kill Creek. Do you ever read these things? It's like, okay, the name of the house is the Finch House. Do you ever think of like Atticus Finch and like that's where they got that? I feel like the characters, and I do love To Kill a Mockingbird, but I feel like the characters in To Kill a Mockingbird have been so overused, don't you think? Like the names and stuff. Do you know how many dogs there are named Atticus? Do you know how many dogs are named Boo Radley? I have one. He's sitting right over there laying down. I love you, Boo Radley. Okay, and then the last one is called The Chain. My camera is literally dying as I'm trying to, the battery is dying on me. So hold on a second. So like, oh, it won't pull it up. Come on, I'm down to the seconds here. When it starts doing that, I literally have like 2 seconds. Okay, The Chain by Adrienne McCarty. And this is basically about somebody whose kids get kidnapped. Okay. You just dropped off your child at the bus stop. A panicked stranger calls your phone. Your child has been kidnapped, and the stranger explains that their child has also been kidnapped by a completely different stranger. The only way to get your child back is to kidnap another child within 24 hours. Your child will be released only when the next victim's parents kidnap yet another child. And most importantly, the stranger explains, if you don't kidnap a child, or if the next parents don't kidnap a child, your child will be murdered. You're now part of the chain. My friend read this book and she said it was so fantastic she could not put it down. This is not my good Judy Tawny. This is another friend that reads. So this friend of mine, she and I both read the exact same things. And so she's like, oh my God, you have to read The Chain. Her sister read it and loved it. And now she said she read it and loved it. And so now I'm going to read it and love it. So those are my books for October. I hope you guys, I don't know. I hope you like those books. I don't know why. If you've read those books or any of them, put it in the comment section below. I hope you're participating in the book club. We're having so much fun over there. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.